Florida does have an interest rate, 18% that gets bid down. However, the thing is we like that interest rate, but one of the big home runs of tax lien investing is the fact that when 95% of the time, which means 1 in 20 of your tax liens, you're going to get a giant home run win that can literally change your life when it comes to real estate investing. Now, if you're just watching this and you're new to the process and what this means, what that means is you can get massive properties sometimes for 3 to 5 cents on the dollar. So for example, if you bought 20 in Florida and from there you have to foreclose, well, they're going to say, no, you don't get to get the property. So that is why I don't like that. So basically what's going to happen if you buy a bunch of liens in Florida, you're going to have to go through and you're going to have to apply for that thing to go to the tax deed sale. You're going to have to pay all the fees associated with getting that thing to the tax deed sale. And then from there, it can be very challenging and very frustrating. So that is why I'm not the hugest fan of Florida tax lien certificates, so that you can go and get the big win, go to some other states, Arizona, Illinois, Indiana. They have a direct foreclosure process right after you go ahead. They didn't redeem you. It's been 3 years. You start the foreclosure process. Away you go, and you can get some monster home runs here. What I love about tax liens is the barrier to entry is very, very low. So you, as a new investor, can get into tax lien investing literally for as little as 20 bucks, 100 bucks. Now you might be saying like, well, what do you mean? There are tons of properties like small vacant lots that are worth thousands of dollars that the average investor can go buy a tax lien on for say $20 to $50 and then foreclose on it. In fact, if you go to places like Alabama or Arizona, there are literally tax liens sitting in inventory right now that have been sitting there for 3 years, which means they didn't sell at the sale. Now, are some of these not very desirable? Yes. However, if you're willing to put in just a little bit of elbow grease, you can buy these tax liens and immediately start foreclosing on them. In fact, there's some people out there, that's all they do. One of the people just like you who watch this channel went and they bought an over-the-counter tax lien for it was worth $9 million bucks. They bought it for $390,000. They're foreclosing on it right away. So there's all levels of the game that you can get into this business from. It doesn't matter if you have 20 bucks or 50 bucks. Let's say, for example, you have $100, right? You want to buy yourself 20 $100 liens, all right? So you've spent $2,000, and let's say the property's worth $5,000. Okay, this is very common to be able to get a $100 tax lien on a $5,000 property. Then what can happen is at the end of 2 years or 3 years, you can go and foreclose, and your $2,000 will have made interest, or well, basically 19 of the tax liens will have made that guaranteed interest rate up to 36%, depending on where it is.